This is a CBS2 News update. I'm Mary. Calvi. New video of a suspect in Saturday's odd attack on a subway in Brooklyn. 15 passengers were hospitalized after getting sprayed with an unknown substance. Police believe the man in the surveillance video was behind the incident. It happened Saturday night around 9 p.m. on a train at the Beverly Road station. Police say the suspect was on board a southbound 2 train when he got into a dispute with a male passenger, then sprayed something. Both men ran away. All 15 passengers who reported feeling sick have been released from the hospital. 2 men are recovering after police say they were victims of an apparent bias attack in Brooklyn. It happened yesterday morning just before 1 o'clock on Metropolitan Avenue in Williamsburg. Investigators say the man seen here came up to a 29-year-old and a 34-year-old and made anti-gay comments. Police say the suspect then punched one of the men and threw the other against a tree, leaving both of them unconscious. The 29-year-old was left with a broken finger and the 34-year-old a fractured shoulder. President Trump has joined leaders from around the world in New York today for the UN General Assembly. His motorcade arrived earlier this morning. He then joined U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley. But President Trump spoke at a meeting about the global drug trade, highlighting the importance of the issue worldwide and what the U.S. is doing at home.
It's vital for public health and national security that we fight drug addiction and stop all forms of trafficking and smuggling that provide the financial lifeblood for vicious transnational cartels. In the United States, we're taking aggressive action, securing our borders, supporting law enforcement, devoting record funding to the opioid crisis, and promoting treatment and recovery.
President Trump will sit down with the South Korean president today, and tomorrow he will speak at the official opening of the General Assembly. That UN General Assembly is making getting around Manhattan today more challenging than usual. CBS 2's Jenna DeAngelis is in Tudor City with more on the commuter alert.
The 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly begins today. Inside the UN building on 42nd Street will be leaders from around the world. So outside, you can expect high security, barricades, and bumper-to-bumper traffic.
It's horrible, you know. You can't move.
Police are expecting more than 150 motorcades. Drivers like this cabbie deal with the traffic headache the event brings each year, prepared for the pain that comes with it.
You never know when they're going to close the street, you know, so it makes the job and everybody uncomfortable.
With 95% of the world's leaders anticipated in the city, police are prepared to protect the people of Manhattan with enhanced security and bomb-sniffing dogs. Frozen zones are in place around the UN, along with other East Side street closures. Barricades are up on 57th Street and 5th Avenue, with massive dump trucks lined up outside Trump Tower.
Are you going to be here during the UN General Assembly this week?
No, not at all.
And why not? You don't want to be a part of it?
Because you know when to come in and when to go out.
For the first time, the 6-day event has been added to the city's gridlock alert days. The DOT encouraging commuters to walk, bike, take mass transit, do anything but drive.
It's so much faster to get around in other ways.
Yes.
And it's all better for the whole community if they don't drive.
We have a list of street closures on CBSNewYork.com. Happening today, Bill Cosby is back in court just outside of Philadelphia. The 81-year-old arrived this morning for the start of his sentencing hearing. Cosby was convicted in April of drugging and assaulting Andrea Constant at his home back in 2004. He faces up to 30 years in prison. Given his age, the judge could also give him probation. His legal team says they plan to appeal regardless of the sentence. New York's Republican candidate for governor says he's launching a website for people to file complaints about corruption in government.
For the purpose of allowing those who fear for their well-being to come forward to speak out and finally put an end to what is a criminal enterprise, defrauding taxpayers, rigging the system, and stacking the deck against New Yorkers.
Mark Molinaro announced his plans with the new Mario Cuomo Bridge in the background. Molinaro also said the governor rushed to open the Tappan Zee Bridge replacement for political reasons. A spokesperson for the governor had this to say about Molinaro. While Governor Cuomo works day and night on behalf of the people of New York, Mark Molinaro works to financially enrich himself and his wealthy campaign donors. Starting today, New Yorkers will get a chance to weigh in on the state's proposal to legalize recreational marijuana. A series of public hearings are being held on that matter, 3 of them here in the city. First one will be today at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center in Queens. The next one is tomorrow at Long Island University's Brooklyn campus. And the final session is Wednesday at the College of Staten Island. All sessions will be from 6 to 8 p.m. It's looking like a cooler day temperature-wise today. Here's John Elliott with your forecast.
You know, you're right, Mary. We're really struggling. There's a hint of blue over the city. Hint, hint, hint. But still dealing with more clouds than sun. And we're struggling. 62, 11 o'clock observation out of the park. One of the reasons, woo, the fine print. Northeast winds to 20 miles an hour. So numbers around the area hanging on to the nifty 50s. North and west, they saw a little sun earlier, so they're a little warmer than we were yesterday. It's a wash here in the city. More clouds. Definitely city south. We had some showers earlier in Ocean County. They're going to be back. This is part of a stationary front. In fact, the models try to bring in some moisture during the day. I don't think we'll see much. This is moisture loft, likely won't hit the ground. Should be okay, but that doesn't last because after midnight fills in and you are going to see rain, heavy at times, and then that continues right through the morning commute. So off to work and school. Soggy tomorrow. Could see a few soakers. Then there's more of the same where that came from into the afternoon. And then late in the day, could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Then a bit of a break before a warm front comes on board Wednesday. That'll bring in the chance for the possibility of some strong storms Wednesday afternoon. I know, it's kind of a bleak picture. Now, today not bad. Tuesday wet. Wednesday on and off, could be heavy at times, and then Thursday's a better day, just a stray shower Friday. Mary?
John, thank you. Happening today, New Jersey state officials will cut the ribbon on a new Amazon fulfillment center. Governor Phil Murphy will be among those taking part at the former Frigidaire factory site in Edison. The location was vacant for more than a decade. It's one of 3 new Amazon facilities in the state, including Cranberry and Logan Township. Amazon now employs about 13,000 people statewide. Today, Jews around the world are celebrating the festival of Sukkot. The holiday began last night at sundown and lasts 7 days. It marks the end of the harvest season and recalls the wandering of Israelites in the desert for 40 years after their exodus from Egypt. Many families built a temporary hut called a sukkah, recreating the huts farmers lived in during the harvest. Well, Spotify wants to make your music even more personal by teaming up with genealogy site Ancestry.com. The streaming music company is working to create playlists from users' ancestral homelands. The recommendations will be based on the results of DNA HomeKit data and a person's Spotify habits. Ancestry says it wants people to experience their culture through new music rather than just read about it. Well, a few new reasons to hit the links. A new report suggests that playing golf more often could help you extend your life. A review of more than 300 studies on the sport found golfing regularly reduces risk factors of heart disease and stroke. Playing can also improve the strength and balance for older players. To maximize health benefits, the study recommends playing 2.5 hours a week and, yes, ditching the cart.
Take your bag, carry it with you, or get one of the push carts. That's really the best way to burn the most calories but get the most fitness and honestly probably the most fun out of golf.
The study does caution that players are more at risk of developing skin cancer. So if you're getting out on the course, make sure to cover up and put on that sunscreen. And that's your CBS2 News Update. I'm Mary Calvi.